Hey, it's Michael Cruz here. The elections are starting to wind down. Okay, we're at the bitter end of all of this. Okay, this is where we assess both candidates and we look at not only the resume but the results that they will bring to the table. I specifically have just a few questions for the African American communities across this country. I have just a few short and simple basic questions concerning your situation, or at least the situation of at least 90% of African Americans in this great country. Okay, here's my first question. Has your life changed in 8 years? Second question. What opportunities have been given to you? What opportunities have this country given you in the last 8 years that were not available 8 years ago? Third question. What are your communities doing to create jobs in your areas? And how many jobs have they created? Next question. How many people in your family, in your direct family, are victims of drug abuse? Now, I'm not saying that as a bash. That's a genuine question. And the reason why I asked that question is because it's a concern. Conspiracy or not, I feel like the African American community has been left behind when it comes to drugs and alcohol. And the reason why I say that, it's not like laws are saying, oh, you can now shoot up heroin. That hasn't changed. It's still illegal. The culture that you live in right now, you have to ask yourself, what does it glorify? Now, when I say culture, I'm talking about celebrities. I'm talking about famous people. Now, for most of my life, I have been knees deep in the underground hip-hop community. I know a lot of people in the underground hip-hop community. Okay? I got myself out of that world. I got myself out of drugs and all that stuff. So I've seen this for myself. I'm not just some guy in the suburbs, okay? I have a genuine concern. There are hip-hop artists out there right now, and they seem like really awesome guys, and some of them really deep down are. But they're glorifying a message to other African Americans, to do these drugs, make this money. Somebody's looking at you wrong. Pop. You know what I'm saying? You can't live that way. You're better than that. That's not the African American lifestyle that Martin Luther King fought for. And he died. He died. And it wasn't at the hand of God. Some bigot saw this man's vision that African Americans can not only live as equal, but they can further their future as an equal. So you have to ask yourself, what is more important right now? Do you want somebody that's like Barack Obama, who sounds amazing with words, but they don't actually change your future or your situation? What's sad and what's disgusting is, look at the Democratic Party's history. Everybody wants to talk about certain times in history like slavery, but nobody talks about what party was pro-slavery. It was the Democrats. They were the slave owners. They were the slave traders. The Democrats ran the Deep South. They were about Jim Crow. They were the KKK. Interesting enough, 50 years later, that same party wants to pretend, and it is an act because your lives have gotten worse. You can't deny it. But under the Democratic policies, your lives have not changed. And the reason why, and you have to look at this. Don't let them put your mind in a box. Okay? They've had you for over 50 years now. Some places over 100 years. And they've ran those places into the dirt. Why? Because they know you'll still vote for them. They know they can blame rich people. You know, the people who aren't Democrats, for the most part. They want to blame the rich people. They want you to hate rich people. They take away your aspirations and your dreams and the possibility to create those dreams via jobs, careers, trades. Go to any minority school. What trades are they giving these children? Are they giving them trades, or are they giving them a half-ass education along with a handful of propaganda? I want you to be honest with me. What are they giving you in your schools? Books that are 5-10 years old? Computer programs that are outdated? Teachers that are only there to teach you left-wing politics and to tell you the reason why you're not succeeding is because you're black. No, you're not succeeding because you're on the wrong side. Don't believe in everything that your teacher tells you when it comes to politics. Don't believe what people tell you when they say, you're black, you'll never make it. Look at Ben Carson. Oh, he's an Uncle Tom though, right? Because he's a conservative. You have to ask yourself, why is it that he's on TV and he's a brain surgeon and you're not? You have to ask yourself that. Don't ask the world. Because if you ask yourself, you'll be able to see where the contrast lies. Think about this for just a minute. Now, if I'm running for some type of office and the people that are voting for me, I know they're going to vote for me no matter what, and I'm going to win in a landslide. And I go through office, and I raise taxes, and I put regulations on everything. I tell everybody what they can say and what they can't. I tell everybody basically the reason why all these regulations and your life's getting worse is because of the rich man. All the while I'm rich because you elected me. All the money that could be going towards those schools, where do you think that goes? All the money that could have went to jobs, but there are no jobs. Where do you think that goes? And another thing, a lot of these protests that are going on, what's sad about all that is this. You're burning your own communities. Now, being that a lot of you are in the party that already was running your area into the dirt, why do you think they don't tell you to stop burning your own cities? When conservatives slip up and they do some crazy shit, you best believe our own people will call us out. And if they don't, shame on them. Because we as Americans, we are not bound by parties, we're bound by logic and our willingness for truth. Quit falling for the media lies. quit falling for these politicians that are just using you for a resume. Why is Detroit not a place where we build vehicles? Why are all these factories gone? Who took the factories?
You ain't original.
Was it the rich business owners